I haven't seen one of these in like months. Hello there. So today we're about to do a full face using just techniques that I do not use or have not ever used, or I have been using but I just stopped using them. I'm quite interested to see how this goes. Also, I didn't really prepare anything for this video, so this is gonna be a pain to edit. Anyway, let me just take these off and we can dive right in. I have so much stuff that I don't really use because it's just not like my everyday technique. And I also know about so many techniques I never tried, and I was always kind of curious to try them, you know? So I'm really excited to see what we're gonna do today. One thing I rarely do, I do it sometimes, but not often, is priming with a spray primer, because I just find them a little bit annoying, a little bit uneven, and just overall, you know, I'm not a big fan. So I'm going to take this Prime, Protect and Set inc.redible Good Day Jelly Spray. I love the name, Good Day Jelly Spray. And I'm gonna spray this all over my face and probably all over my backdrop. Are you okay there, Mr. Spray? Okay, the spray really doesn't want to cooperate, so I'm just gonna work it in. Whew. I mean, I actually quite like this, but I just don't like using sprays in general. And what is missing, you asked? Of course, a pore filler. Because there are people who, for some reason that I do not understand, actually use pore filler after their first primer. So now we're going to take the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and we're just gonna prime on top of this primer. We are starting out quite easy, but now it's about to get like real serious. We're gonna do eyes first, which I'd never do. I hate doing it because I'm very messy and I don't like applying foundation near something that's already been done. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows, then my eyes, and then we're gonna do the base. For eyebrows, I also have a whole task. The way I do my brows now is that I use a brow pen and then a brow gel that's clear, and I just like them fluffy, I like them airy, I like them nice. What I'm gonna use today is gonna be the exact opposite. We're gonna use a brow pomade. I do not have many in my possession currently. I do have this Essence brow pomade with a brush, which I thought was pretty genius at the time, and I really like the shade of the pomade. So let's try and do this somewhat right, I guess. Okay, this brush is a little busted. What the hell is that? Oh my god, this is gonna be literally like 30 minutes of suffering. I'm not very happy with this, I'm not gonna lie to you. Thank God we get to carve them out, which is another thing I never do. We're also not gonna use any eyebrow gel because this is also something that I never do. So yeah, and while we're at it, we're also gonna use this concealer as an eye primer because that's also something I do not like doing, and I will do that. Today is just all about suffering. Okay, so those are the carved eyebrows. Every time I do my brows with a pomade, I really like it for some reason, and today's not an exception. I actually quite like it. And now let's prime our eyes with the same concealer. This just feels so wrong. This feels so wrong. Eyes are primed. Next thing we're gonna do is use an eye tape. Actually, this is what I bought at Primark a while back, and it was the main reason why I wanted to make this video, because I've never used an eye tape. And I still haven't. I've used it once to pack a package because I ran out of tape. So I think you gotta do it to get that like sharp edge. Oh no, it's too close to my... Ah! Okay. Okay, we'll never know if they're symmetrical or not. Ready to go. I'm gonna use my At First Sight, which is a collaboration of Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop. This is one of my favorite palettes, like, of all time. I love it so much. And we're just gonna do something pretty extravagant, because along the way, there's gonna be steps on steps on steps of shit that I never do that we should do. So first thing that I have written down is using small packing brushes. Because there's a lot of people, I feel like especially this is like an Instagram thing, where people really just pack shit on all the time and they just blend sometimes only and it, I don't know, I don't get it. I want to try it, so I will. What else do we have? So one of the things that I kind of wanted to try is starting off with a pencil to doing like a really nice cut crease and then blending it further on with eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with, this is also from Kristi's collection, and this is the liner, oh my god, I don't know the name, it's all rubbed off. The brown one. Isn't this too droopy? I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna take Homegrown and I'm gonna try to blend it out with a really small brush. Then I'm gonna take Chanterelle because I just really want that yellow. I fucking love that shade so much. Okay, this is not as smooth as I'd like it to be. So I think I'm gonna go back with Rainier. Now I think we should actually cut the crease. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye and I'll be back. We got somewhere, okay? Do I hate it already? You bet. I don't know what to do now. I guess we're just gonna cut the crease. Of course I'm gonna do it with a concealer. We're having a concealer party over here. Huh. Now is the time where I would normally tell you just trust the process. But I don't know what to tell you when I don't trust it myself. Very uneven. Anyway, I'm gonna take this brush again. And I think I'm gonna use a little bit of Homegrown. And I'm gonna try to do like dramatic. I mean, this is what that tape is here for, right? I think we need a different brush for this. I mean, while we're using Kristi's collection, might as well grab one of her Super Shocks. This is the one in the shade Olympic. I think this is exactly the kind of contrast we need for this look. I'm trying really hard with the finger not to overgo that border that we did with the cut crease. I'm gonna take my Celium, because I think this might fit the look a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's where it's at, oh yeah. Okay, so now this is more of what I wanted. So next thing I would like to do is a little bit of a smoky liner. I do liner often, I rather do different liner than a smoky one. I think I might as well just go with this shade because it's a little bit shimmery and maybe it's gonna fit, maybe not, who knows. I'm just gonna take a liner brush and we're gonna try, because I never do smoky liners like this that really require some level of precision. Listen, I'm trying really hard to push it into the outer corner, but with that tape, I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, if anything, the tape is like a major liar, because it makes you feel so safe that like you're all good to go, and the tape is just making me mad, okay? Let's take it off, because I think I'm done like this. I'm okay with it. Whoa, that's sharp. That's very sharp. When do I finish my under eyes? Does anybody know? I don't know. Is it the best cut crease I've ever seen? No. Is it the best cut crease I've ever done? Quite possibly. However, let's continue with the base. When do I do what? See, this is why I don't do eyes first, because you cannot finish them all in one, and then you have to keep coming back to them like an idiot. We're gonna continue with the complexion now, and this is a fucking mess. We're gonna do the Scott Barnes technique, which I don't think I've ever really done it. What it's about, it's basically that you put your contour and probably highlight and probably blush. I'm not sure about the blush and the highlight, but I know you put your contour under the foundation. So I wanted to try specifically the contour because I find it very interesting. And for that purpose, I'm gonna bronze underneath my foundation. And because I want to build it up so it's visible through the foundation, I'm going to use my Made by Mitchell blush in the shade Shady Business, as it is actually my favorite cream bronzer. So we're gonna go heavy. We're gonna go heavy. And if I remember correctly, you are supposed to look absolutely insane once you do that. So I'm gonna add a little bit more so we make sure it's visible, you know? Okay, do we look insane? I would say we do. Am I too low? This looks horrible. To make this look even worse, we're gonna contour my nose and my mouth, because that's also something I never do. I'm gonna use the Fenty Amber. Okay, I'm gonna take this camouflage stick from Catrice and kind of use it to highlight, I guess. I'm like absolutely clueless right now. And because I haven't used a sponge in ages, I'm just gonna use a sponge. Do I even want to blend this out? I don't even know. How do you, how? Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Isn't it supposed to be like super visible under the makeup though? Did I already fuck up? I don't know. Nobody cares, okay? Now I'm gonna take a foundation and I'm gonna cover it all with the foundation. I think I'll just take the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, because I figured we need something with a little bit lighter coverage, right? Otherwise we're not gonna see all the goodness underneath. Pray to the gods of makeup that this actually works. Oh fuck, I forgot I should be careful around those brows. I feel like this is a lot more visible in real life, because I can clearly see the bronzing, like a lot. And on camera, I just look a little bit flat, but what are you, hair? What are you doing? Who let you be here? I forgot how much I like the finish of a good sponge. This actually looks quite okay. I look a little bit too tan for some reason, but I don't mind it that much. Of course we're gonna bake, because I hate that and I never do that. But we're also going to use some fake freckles, because I do use them occasionally in the summer, but I'm not proud of it. And I'm also not proud of my application of them, so. Okay, so for the starters, I'm just gonna do the cheeks and pat them in with my finger. And I'm gonna do a bit on my nose. Does it make sense? Nobody knows. I do actually quite enjoy the look of them, but every time I wear them, somebody laughs at me for doing fake freckles, so I don't do it very often. Last time it was my mom when we were on vacation. Thanks a lot, Mom. And now we're going to move on to bacon. And what else would you want to bake with than the infamous Laura Mercier powder? So I got my powder. I'm gonna take my sponge and let's just do it. Oh boy, oh boy. What else do people bake? Do you bake like your chin? I kind of want to bake my chin. From my mouth? Yeah, that makes sense, right? You want to bake your smile lines. I shouldn't have worn a black shirt. Oh, and my nose, because that's where my glasses always fuck up my makeup, right? In between my brows, probably too. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. Anyway, this is it. This is we bake now, I guess. We can add a little bit more dimension to the face with some powder contour. So I'm going to, where is it? Ah! Okay, so I'm gonna contour my nose and my lips using my Essence Contour Palette. Isn't it stupid to contouring your nose while you're baking it? Well, I know. I think that's how people do it, alright? I think that's how people do it, right? A little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. I think you kind of want to make this more prominent. All of a sudden, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. It's been a couple minutes. Ooh, love it. I've never looked so old in my entire life. Oh, that's horrendous. That's so bad. Oh my god, why does anybody do that? Okay, I mean, while we're at the stuff that I didn't do, I'm gonna take a powder puff and set the rest of my face, I guess. Wow, those under eyes. I don't know if you can see that. That's the worst under eye I've ever had by far. Thanks, I hate it. Let's continue. Okay, let's not be a bunch of downers. We're gonna finish off the bottom and the top of the eyes. So another very dangerous thing I wanna do is tightlining. Why is it dangerous? I don't know. It just feels like it. How do you even do that? Like, you just stick your... I don't know how. Think I did it? Does anybody really do this? Like, I don't understand. That's impossible. Yeah, I think I did something and it looks nice, but it's making me a little uncomfortable, just the fact that I had to do it. So let me just use my Essence Double Trouble mascara. Okay, did I just forget to do the bottom lash line? Maybe. But it's also a thing I never do. So yeah, we're not gonna do the bottom just because I feel like this crisp line, it's really nice and I don't want to fuck it up. So this is what we're gonna do. Seriously need some blush because I feel a little dead. I don't really use sparkly blushes that much. So I'm gonna take my, what's it called? The Below Blush and Glow Blush, and we're gonna take the glowy blush. It's such a good blush. Okay, I also never put blush on my nose, so we might as well try that out today. Okay, now I just look sunburned. I think I'm fine with that. Nobody can tell me what to do. It's literally Monday, 11 p.m. You have no power over me. Let's continue with a highlight. I really feel this one from the e.l.f. duo, which is really broken, but I really like it, so I keep using it even though it's broken. What next? I'm gonna I'm gonna overline my lips. I never did that. I use lip liner a lot, but I always just stick within the lines that God gave me. You already know her, it's sugar class. Is this overlined? Oh, it's so overlined. Ooh, wow. Who is she? It's like a different person. Oh my god. Okay, and I'm gonna take something matte because I don't do that anymore. So I'm gonna take the Rouge Velvet ink from Bourjois Paris. And I think that's it. Wow. This is the finished look. That mouth is throwing me off so much. Like, whose mouth is that? This is not my mouth. This is what I call a transformation. I actually really like the way it looks. This side is a little bit dodgy here in the corner. This side looks a lot better. Doesn't matter. I tried my best. What was the worst thing for me? Definitely the baking. Doing eyes first, it's really just me being comfortable and wanting to do them all at once. The eye tape is actually pretty cool and I was able to get my makeup on even without messing it all up. Tight lining, impossible. Impossible. Using the brown pencil as my guide for the cut crease, actually kind of a good trick, and I feel like overall the eyes look probably the best out of the whole face. What else did I do? Oh yeah, the eyebrows. I don't really like the eyebrows, but I think they go very well with the look because they're so bold. Yeah, the reverse priming, I mean, it works. Okay, of course it works. Yeah, so it's not like that bad. It's just the feeling thing. I just don't like the feeling of it. Yes, sponge. I missed sponges. I think I did miss sponges, actually, but not for baking. No, baking sucks. My under eyes look 50 years older than me. They look horrific. No, they literally look like I've been doing this the whole day. The bronzer under the foundation, I think it worked really well. The blush, shimmery blush, it's something, I like it. The freckles I always like, is just the other people that don't. Overlining my lips, interesting, very interesting. Can't stop looking at myself in the viewfinder. I'm like, bitch, damn lips. And honestly, I like the whole contouring and everything. I feel the nose kind of works, but I don't have that big of a nose, and it's quite symmetrical, so I don't really feel the need to contour it anyway. I had a great time. I was frustrated by the eyes, and I just borderline hate the baking. All of the other stuff was just good fun, and I think the result looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I call transformation. I like the way it looks now, and I also kind of like skipping the under eye for once, and just focusing on the top. And also cut crease. Do you see how big my eyes look when I am wearing cut crease? Like, wow. Damn, I had a good time. And I hope you enjoyed it too. So thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing. And if you want to see more videos of me doing either normal makeup or challenges, you can check out the playlists. See you next time. Bye.